So we have Anushka Bajaj, who's a health and wellness coach. Hi, Anushka. Welcome to the Indian Newslink office.
Hi, Daryl. Thank you
Yep.
for having me today.
Yeah, it's
Thank
great to
you.
have you here. Can you
Thank
give us a
you.
small intro for our listeners and viewers about
Sure.
yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, I am a health and wellness coach, and I am very, very keen to improve the lives of people in our own community. And the main focus for me is to help them live long, healthy, and happier lives. I do this through lifestyle, nutrition, exercise, and just happy, healthy coaching. So I'm very excited to be here today. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so why do you think people struggle with nutrition?
I think people struggle with nutrition because there's so much information out there. We're so quick to jump on Google to look for answers to all our ailments, and
Like WebMD?
yeah, like WebMD, for
All right. Yeah.
example, which has the answers to everything. But I think everyone is so unique and so individual in our genetic makeup, in our lifestyle, our stress levels, and our traditional cuisines. So there's so much information out there, and people struggle in knowing, what's good nutrition. What should we eat?
Yep.
What's good, what's bad. There's so many fad diets out there. There's keto, there's paleo, there's vegan. There's so much information, and people try one thing and then they move on to the next, and it's just not sustainable. So I believe in showing the way forward for a sustainable nutritional plan that the whole family can enjoy. And
Yep.
still, for me, it's really important to stick to our traditional cooking, our recipes that were handed down, you know, generations, but just to modify them and to make them healthier and, just adapt them so that we're not living with the intergenerational diseases like diabetes, which is very, very high in our community, high cholesterol, obesity, and all these issues then lead to further issues. But through diet and nutrition, we can conquer these diseases.
All right. So it's more of a lifestyle than a diet.
It's
Because a lifestyle, it will be a lifestyle change.
absolutely,
Yes.
it's a lifestyle change. It's making changes and changing habits. It's all about changing habits. Yeah, and we're so used to doing things in a set way, because we've seen what our parents do, what our mums have been doing for years, and we feel that we need to continue with that. Yes, that's very important, but I still believe that we can make healthy options and healthy choices just by making small changes.
All right. Okay. That's nice. Um, what is the connection between food and mood?
That's a great question, and that's something that's come up in conversation, since the pandemic, since COVID, how food affects how we feel on a day-to-day basis, what we eat, things like processed food, chemicals. Science is so evolved at the moment, and it's actually showing us that a lot of chemicals in and preservatives in processed foods are actually causing a lot of harm to children, to our health, and we're seeing that with children being diagnosed with ADHD and mood disorders. Just mood swings and not being able to focus at school. And a lot of that is due to highly processed foods with a lot of chemicals. So just educating people about going back to basics, just, basic food,
Yep.
let's step away from highly processed foods. but we can still make it very nutritional, because a lot of what we're consuming will affect our mood. And we often feel that our mood is affected by stress or tiredness, but it is also affected by what we eat. And a lot of our food is now grown with a lot of pesticides and chemicals and genetically modified food. So, at the end of the day, the body is not designed to adapt to that sort of eating.
Yes.
And that over the years, through science, we've learned that is affecting, our health. So rates of, dementia, which is inflammation in the brain due to highly processed, food, is a huge issue at the moment. So definitely food does affect mood. So it's just going back to basics, just eating a variety of healthy food, which is quite important. Yeah.
Okay. So, so you say like food affects mood. So, are there any small changes that someone can make to their day-to-day lifestyle that would bring about like a positive impact?
Absolutely. And you're very spot on by saying small changes, because that's the best way forward. We don't want to rush into making changes too quickly, because that's when it becomes overwhelming. If someone says I want to stop eating sugar, something I say is, well, you need to just say, I'm going to do this slowly. So let's say you take 2 days in a week where you say, Tuesday and Thursday, I'm not having any sugar at all,
Okay. Yep.
And then slowly you increase the days and say, okay, I'll do it 3 times a week until your body adjusts, because you also want your body to adjust from not having the sugar. So it's just making slow changes, especially with, I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to stop sugar, I'm going to stop sugar. But it's not easy. It's not easy. And there are also other triggers that make us crave sugar.
Yes.
But those are, something that we can discuss another time. But just making small changes and just saying that on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm not going to have sugar,
Yeah.
And it's an easy thing to do, because you know that you've set yourself a task. It's sustainable, and then over time you may see some changes. You may start to feel differently, and then you can always increase that. So with nutrition, it's always best to do one thing at a time rather than stop everything. So just pick one thing. For some people, it could be we're not going to eat meat. Everybody's different and everyone's needs are different. But of course, before starting anything, always get some advice from your doctor.
Yes.
Because that's the most important. Yeah. So seek advice from your healthcare practitioner, and then just make small changes. So that don't rush into anything. Have a plan, and someone like your healthcare practitioner or myself, we can talk about how to make these small changes and work through any obstacles or barriers that you may experience along the way. But it's just making small changes. Don't rush into anything. And the main thing is enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, if it becomes a chore that I have to eat healthy, I have to cook healthy, it should just become part of your life, and at the end of the day, it'll become habitual. And I think the changes that you see in yourself will speak for themselves.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for that.
You're most welcome. And in the upcoming episodes, we can talk about, we can look at different meal plans and how to adapt and modify recipes, and we'll talk about lifestyle changes as well. So, it's all very exciting. Yeah, it's all very exciting.
So yes, thank you so much for coming to the office today, and we will definitely speak soon again.
Thank you so much, and
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for listening in. Thank you.